What type of student were you in school?
I wasn't a troublemaker in school and nothing like that, but I was a student athlete in school, popular kid, you know, best dressed. Like, if I could win every award as a senior, I would have won it, but you could only win one. So that's what I believe. My best friend actually beat me out for what I wanted, what I felt like I deserved, and which was most attractive. Like, we crack on him all the time, but all the girls voted for him most attractive, and they voted me most popular. It was like something I could kind of deal with. Like, I ain't get MVP, but I got scoring champion. Like, that's how I looked at it, though. It's perspective.
It's a crazy analogy right there.
For real? I thought it was normal.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I had one job growing up, and I wouldn't even say growing up. All through high school, I never had a job. After high school, and it's a crazy story, after the group situation had, like, fell apart and all of that, I wasn't really getting no money, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was selling what I could sell here and there, whatever like that, but it wasn't no real situation. So I had met where my little cousin introduced me to somebody. And make a long story short, we were doing like a little petty work and stuff on the side, like tree construction and stuff like that. And I used the money that I made from there to just pay for studio time and stuff like that. But that's probably like the only job I had, like, where I had to get up early in the morning. Besides, like, this is the earliest I had to get up since high school. So it was like, I'm spending my energy like I'm in high school again, and I'm trying to be a rapper. Like, it was kind of hard to make that transition. But the crazy part about it, my dad actually was the reason why I even got a job. My pops was telling me, man, like, man, you can't sit around. Can you curse in this interview? Oh, okay. This DJ Smallz. I probably knew I should have. No, I probably should.
Yeah, we like it raw and cut and uncensored.
Right, but nah, it was just like my pops was just like, man, you gotta do something. You gotta get off your ass. You gotta go and find something to do. Like, oh, like, you got talent, but at the same time, your talent not doing nothing for you right now. Like, you can't pity yourself as far as what you thought should have been or whatever. Like, he was just like, bro, you just gotta, like, he ain't pacified the situation. He was like, bro, you gotta get you some money, shouted. Like, you go get you some money, you probably could meet somebody on the job that could help you get to where you're trying to go. And if it weren't for my pops, like, if it weren't for me and my pops' relationship and us being able to break each other down and, you know, stand on top of each other just to make each other better, like, I probably wouldn't even be in this situation right now. Like, I probably would have never, like, get up early in the morning, bro, I can go get some money from somewhere else. Like, I could go hustle, I could do something. Like, why do I gotta get up at 8 in the morning and do something I don't wanna do? But I just felt like that was a part of my early sacrifice to be in the position that I'm in today.
Any crazy stories dealing with that job?
Yeah, the dude that paid us, he was cool when we went on the jobs. But when we was on the job, man, Shawty act like a whole different person. It's like, it's like it flipped. Like, it'd be cool, it'd be like, yeah, man, we're gonna get some girls. After the job, we're gonna go whatever. And man, like, we get on the job, man, Shawty be like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like, bro, it was crazy. But I knew I had to find a way to be a boss. Like, I knew I had to find a way to like become self-employed. Like, at least have a different, like, aspect and, you know, perspective on it than that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna be the boss always in the beginning, but this type of work ain't for me. Like, that's what I was feeling like. I couldn't do it.
What's the worst thing you put your parents through?
When I was younger, I ain't really put my parents through nothing. As far as when I like, after middle school and stuff like that, after I matured, and when my grandma used to pray for me a lot, my family used to pray for me a lot, because I really was wild. I really was a demon when I was a kid. I was really wild, and, you know, the only thing that could have changed me was God. You feel me? To pray that my family pray for me every day, like, because I wasn't praying for myself. You know, I was just out here, and the worst thing that I probably put my parents through was just through my disciplinary stages when I was younger, like getting kicked out of school, and I made my mama cry early. You know, I made my mama cry very early, and I remember the days that she cried. I was in elementary, and it's crazy. I could remember stuff like this back so far, but I couldn't remember other things. But I definitely could remember vivid my mama crying over things that I did in school when I wasn't supposed to do. My pops, it hurt him, but he was more like tough, like try to be hard, try to like whoop me or whatever, like curse me out, talk bad to me. But as far as making mistakes and stuff in middle school and stuff like that, that's probably the worst that I put my parents through. But as far as like high school and stuff, I was so focused on sports, basketball and stuff like that. Like I was trying to, like I knew that I couldn't be a bad student trying to get to where I was going as far as athletics go, you know. So it was more my younger days where I ran my family crazy. But after I kind of matured and like put my focus on something, it was over. When I lock in, it's over with. It ain't nothing else to talk about.
What's your message to the youth?
For one, it's crazy, Smallz. You really brought this out of me in this interview. Like, you can't get sidetracked, and you can't just sit down, and you just can't like throw in the towel. Like, you know, God give his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. So when you going through it, you just gotta believe that you know, the focus that you put the things that you put your mind to, you gotta understand and know that that's what it is, even if you have bumps in the road. So for the most part, my message to the youth is whatever you're doing, put all your chips on the table. Stay focused. Don't make no excuses, and just don't give up, and just believe that everything will happen in due time. And it will, because it happened to me.